job, Snap. Who's I'm Black Power, family. What up? It's your brother and Google on IUC RANM. And once again, you're tuned into RANM RBG TV. We keep it G. Raw and uncut common sense for the common people. Dealing with the common issues, family, you already know we're trying to seek common solutions. So here we go. So all in together now, family, say nice, loud, and proud. What's the method, the model, the mantra, motivation, and the madness? You know this long enough, family, so say it with me. You should know that it's black love, because black love is the cure for the black nation. So let's get it. Alright, so today we're going to talk on, first and foremost, before I even go any further, let me give my credit what credit is due before I go any further. I got this inspiration from watching a clip from Dr. Umar. I can't front. He did a recent build. I forgot where it was, when it was, but not too long ago. It was a recent build that he did. And he was basically speaking on the need for what he would call the Ski Mask Club. If you haven't seen that out, go on YouTube. You can just type in Dr. Umar Ski Mask Club. It should pop right up. So I want to give my credit where that is, and big ups, like I said, Dr. Umar on those words. And I pretty want to give my spin on the whole thing, because what you said was very, very, very relevant, especially in the times that we living in right now, right? Dealing with the walk that we supposed to be walking, dealing with the talk that we should be talking, etc., 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 right? Our presentation, our image, the overall what we're putting forth before the people, right? Some things need to get checked, some things need to be evaluated, right? So basically what he was putting on the table was what he calls the Ski Mask Club. That's why you hear this beat in the background, right? Ski Mask Club. Shout out to 50 Cent. The old 50, that is. All right. I also want to give this credit real quick. Has anybody ever seen the movie The Drop Squad? If you have not seen that movie, you need to look that up too. Because again, that goes hand in hand with what Umar was talking about as far as dealing with the whole Ski Mask Club, right? So not only look it up, but I'm going to give you a little preview exactly what the movie is about. I got the trailer of the movie, The Drop Squad itself. Again, go look it up. I'm gonna show y'all the quick little preview real quick. After I see that, you'll start to see what I'm talking about. After that, we're gonna come back, we're gonna talk, we're gonna chop it up like I always do. So again, family, it's your brother in Google, now you see RANM RBG TV. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna call this one, but when it goes up, that's what it is. So walk with us the way we walk with you. You know how we do. Check out the trailer. We'll be back in a minute. Hold on.
We get paid to sell goods to black people, period.
By any means necessary, right? You know, we used to march to get away from stuff like that.
Ain't you all got no pride?
Times to have changed, huh?
I don't even know you anymore.
Who the hell do you think you are to pass judgment on me anyway,
I'm sick and tired of you acting like you're ashamed of us. I'm looking for someone from the Drop Squad.
Ain't they them niggas who supposedly deprogram folks?
Now, who do you need with a bunch like that?
He needs to be dropped.
The trouble? Yeah. Y'all moving into position. Roll him in. Welcome, my brother. You are number 186.
From what I'm hearing, you guys are more into beatdowns than you are enlightened.
We do one thing. We talk to people.
This ain't the 80s, brother. It's the 90s. It's a whole lot more intense.
I love you, boo, but I needed you.
Y'all just the next phase.
Sometimes when you get over the wall, you gotta throw a rope back.
You've had my brother for 2 weeks. That's too long.
Do you even remember those people you tried so hard to forget?
You sold them out.
To forget.
You family, right?
To forget.
It's a damn shame.
To forget.
Come back, brother.
And we're back. Once again, family, you are still tuned in to RANM RBG TV. It's your brother in Google, now you see RANM. Let's get it. Okay. You heard me get my big ups. You saw the preview. Now let's talk. Drop Squad, right? Ski Mask Club, right? etc., etc., etc. Long story short, what's basically being shown and proven and put before the family is this. There has to be a system of checks and balances, man. You got a lot of family out there that just ain't right. They're getting in the way of progress. It's slowing progress. They're a hindrance to what we're trying to do as far as our come up dealing with black people, right? Now, granted, these are 9 times out of 10 your exceptional Negroes, quote unquote. They're the ones that got a couple dollars in their pocket, might have moved out of the hood, right? That's one category. There's your overall black snob, right? That's one category. Then you got the I can't think of a name for it, but basically you got your dope pushers, right? Your body sellers, prostitutes, etc., male and female. Don't get it twisted. Your abusers, and on many levels: physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, right? Because abuse comes in many forms, shapes, and sizes, fam. Don't get it twisted. Your overall, basically what I'm trying to say is there has to be a checks and balance in place for the ones that ain't right. The ones that are getting in the way of progress. The ones that are overall keeping the system of black degradation alive by any means that they can think of, by any means that they can apply themselves. These are the ones that are ultimately keeping us stagnant right where we are. These are the ones, nonetheless, and there's many of them. Don't get it twisted. There's many of them. These are the ones that keep resetting the clock, the working clock, nonetheless, back to zero. Basically, or should I say, back to that high number, 500 plus, so we can start chopping the numbers down, getting it back to even. But they're the ones that keep resetting the clock, right? So what am I saying? Now, I'm not putting it out there on the table that folks need to be 86 off the planet. Nah, I wouldn't go that far. But there definitely needs to be a system of reprogramming, a system of getting your mind back in check. Because again, family, you know my method of operation, so follow with me and say it along with me. What you think, you speak, you walk. What you walk is what you pass on, right? Check. So with that being said, if your thoughts are jacked up, your speech is ultimately jacked up, and by default, everything that you do, you're going to pass on in a jacked up manner to everybody you come in contact with. 9 times out of 10, the ones that you come in contact with, they're going to look just like you. These are the ones that you're going to degrade. These are the ones that you're going to suppress the progress, nonetheless, right? These are the ones that you got your stuck up nose up to. These are the ones that you want to rape, rob, and pillage, sell dope to, etc., etc., etc. Continue the vicious cycle of broken homes. These are the ones that need to get reprogrammed, family. And now, honestly, I must go a little step further. This would be a perfect mission for the suicidal maniacs. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back in the channel, RNMRBGTV, family. Once again, you already know we keep it G. Look that up, suicidal maniacs. I did a build on that one, a message to the suicidal maniacs. These are the ones that are basically the loudmouths that love to talk that gunplay or I would say necessarily gunplay. They love to talk that rah-rah shit, right? Always want to fight, always want to get it popping, this, that, on any type of level, right? That's a job for you, fam. But first and foremost, you got to be the first ones to get reprogrammed. Gut check. I'm sending that one out to my gangsters, no matter what flag you flying up under. Red, blue, white, black. Whatever set, whatever crew, clique, mob, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. At the end of the day, like I said, the might of the nation rests within the women. The defense of the nation rests within the men. All the gangsters, time for you to get reprogrammed. Gut check. All you loud mouths, tough bodies, want to get it popping all the time, this, that, and third, against your own. Time for you to get reprogrammed. Because there's a job for you. There's a mission for you. Right? It's called self-defense. It's called defense of the hood. It's called defense of the people. Right? Take all the same energy, same qualities or whatever that you were doing against the people and do it for the people. Gut check. All the mothers who are neglecting their children. All the fathers neglecting their children. Time for you to get reprogrammed. Gut check. All you religious clergy, no matter what branch you coming from, Islamic, Hebrew, Christian, Moorish, atheist even, Gnostic, doesn't matter. If you got something called a holy book and a doctrine, time for you to get reprogrammed. Gotcha. Basically, what am I saying, family? Oh, there's another one. All the ones that are in positions of authority, titles, and this, that, and third. Whether you're wearing a badge and a gun on your hip, whether you're sitting behind a desk in a bank somewhere, giving out loans, denying loans, whatever the case may be. Again, if you're hindering the people in any shape, level, form, or fashion, and you're doing it deliberately, but then willing to turn yourself over to submit to that of another people, it's time for you to get reprogrammed. Now, Baba Garvey always told us this one. Here's a quote, one of my favorite quotes that he always says. Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is the leadership that will enslave you. Now, again, if you think about all of these different categories that I just named out, right? What did they teach you to do at the end of the day? No matter which way or which avenue you got to travel to get to it, at the end of the day, they're teaching you to depend upon somebody else, right? Whether it's by way of them directly or indirectly, just depending on the system of racist white imperialism. You thought I was going to say something else, but I told you I'm not saying that word no more. Anyway, any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another people or another race is leadership that will enslave you. What are we doing right now, family? Where is our minds at right now? Again, the chains are off. The chains are off. The shackles are gone. But where are your minds at? Again, time to get reprogrammed. Now, I'm not saying necessarily, even though it may come to that, it doesn't necessarily have to start off on a physical. It don't have to necessarily start off on I guess you for the common folks, beatdown session. But best believe your mind will get beat up. Because in order to rebuild it, folks have to tear down all of this negative stuff that we've basically been saturating ourselves with. All of the negative stuff that we're basically putting back out into the atmosphere, right? All these inner demons that we have that we're putting back out into the atmosphere, that has to be washed away. That has to be done away so the new one can come alive. Or, as some other folks have said a long time ago and I actually agree with it, the Negro must die so the African can live. Gotcha. So there has to be a system of reprogramming, family. There has to be a sense of a drop squad. There has to be a sense of a ski mask club, if you will. Because don't get it twisted. There are some things that definitely have to get dealt with on that type of level, on that type of intensity or whatever that it was put out against the people in the first place. Case in point. I don't even like saying this word, but it's something that has to be dealt with. The raping of our women. That shit is not tolerated. That is something that will have to be dealt with, period, point blank. There is no talking with that one. There is no counseling session with that one. Shit like that must be handled. Gut check. The mistreatment of our children. Gut check. The mistreatment of our elders. Gut check. These are the type of things that must be dealt with. These are the type of things that we can no longer just sit by, sweep under the rug. We don't want to tell on Uncle Johnny because, you know, he's still in the fam, this, that, and third. No. Some things have to be dealt with in the same type of manner or in the same type of intensity that was perpetuated upon the family in the first place. So again, you violate, you get violated on. Gotcha. It's time that we really start holding things accountable, man. We start holding folks accountable, man. Because at the end of the day, the more and more that we don't, the more and more that we continue to neglect, the worse the situation gets. And at the end of the day, if the situation gets worse, don't dare open your mouth. Don't dare open your black ass mouth to talk about what somebody else is doing to the hood. Because at the end of the day, the real recognize real, and the real ones is tired of hearing that shit. Accountability must be taking place. Now again, I'm not neglecting nor taking my eyes off of what our opposition, many oppositions have done and continue to do to us. That's not what I'm saying. At the end of the day, they're going to do what they do. That's their MOS. That's their game plan. The question is, what's your black ass gonna do? What is your black ass game plan consist of? Gotcha. Again, this is why I'm saying the things that I'm saying, family. The minds must be reprogrammed, man. Because at the end of the day, if your mind ain't reprogrammed, either with your speech, either with your walk, and either with the things that you pass on from person to person, brother to brother, sister to sister, elder to elder, younger to young, and so on and so on. This is how the shit works, man. You can't have one without the other. Now, again, we talk this uplift stuff all the time, all day long. We talk this black power stuff all day long. Now, mind you, I'm saying the words I'm saying for a reason. We say it as it's just stuff. It's rhetoric. Because at the end of the day, we have failed. We're still failing. Now, granted, I'll give credit where credit is due, and as far as the cells here and there that are doing what they got to do. But as a collective, we still ain't hit that goal yet. We got to work things out. But in order to work things out, you got to think smart. In order to think smart, you must reprogram your thinking. Because the think process that we have right now is of somebody else. Again, like I said before in the last episode, not last one, but a few episodes back in the channel. Again, RNMRBG TV, family. Keep it G. You got black skin. You got African flesh. All that. No problem. Phenotype, I give you that. I give you that. That's us, right? But what is your mind doing? What is your mind doing? Again, like I said before, the original African is done away. Never to be seen again. We can go back and visit through history, but to be relived, never happen again. This is why the reprogramming must take place so the new African can come alive. The Negro must die so the African can live. Are you getting what I'm saying, family? The minds, what is your mind doing? Thinking ain't illegal, living black ain't wrong, all in together now. So yes, like I said, there must come a time where a drop squad type of fashion must come into place. Where a ski mask club type situation comes into place. Or whatever way you want to name it or whatever. But something like that must take place, man. So at the end of the day, not only are you basically proving to the world, but at the end of before you even prove to the world as far as how you handle yourself, how you take care of yourself to sustain yourself, you're proving it to yourself first and foremost. That's the biggest gut check right there. Proving it to the family that we can sustain, that we can hold each other accountable. You feel what I'm saying? Again, we love to cry and complain about everybody else and what they doing to us, but yet when something goes on in-house, shh, don't say nothing. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. So again, family, suicidal maniacs within the family, you got a job. Gangsters still repping the set, you got a job. Parents neglecting their duties, you definitely got work to do. Elders neglecting the youngest, not passing on these lessons, you got work to do. Folks in these higher institutions of authority and all that stuff, you on your bullshit because you got a title? Because you know Negroes love titles. So if you want to front like that, you already know what time it is. Gut check. I think I got my point across. Again, if you haven't seen the movie, go check it out. It's called The Drop Squad, man. Came out back in like 94, 95. Old school movie. But it's so vital, especially relevant to what's going on right now. You know why I say that? Because there's a lot of bullshit going on up under this. And that's the main ones that need to be dropped. Gut check. These are the main ones that need to be reprogrammed. Again, because it's all about the presentation. We swear up and down the road, we want the family to get down with this type of living. That's why we're dealing with the whole black power and black uplift and all this other good stuff. No matter what you want to call it. Black nationalism overall, right? You say you want the family to get down, but the way you're coming across to the family is pushing the family further and further away, making them more and more comfortable in wishing the stuff that they're already dwelling in. It's not that hard to figure out, fam. So again, if your presentation ain't right, your reception ain't going to be right. And you can't cry and complain about that at all. Because at the end of the day, it starts with your ass. You dig? It ain't that hard. All you got to do is man up, woman up, hold yourself accountable, hold your family around you that's accountable as well. And we can make things happen. If we want to make things happen. That's the ultimate question right now. Do we want to make things happen? Or do we genuinely like crying and complaining because it sounds good? At the end of the day, it doesn't sound good. You sound childish. We sound childish. Grow up. Reprogram. Speak. Life. Live it. Pass it on. It ain't that hard, family. So again, family, check out the movie once again, man. It's called The Drop Squad. I think I said enough, man. But once again, thank you for welcoming me the way I walk with you. Now we do. I am your brother in Google. Now you see R-A-N-M. This is R-A-N-M RBG TV. You know we keep it G. All in together now. Thinking ain't illegal, living black ain't wrong. And black love, yes, is the cure for the black nation. So let's get it. 432, what it is, you already know how we do. Shout out all the other many organizations putting that left foot forward, trampling down evil. You know how we do. Keep strapping, you know what I'm saying? Keep stepping, keep striving, keep rapping, keep being that example. And all you all out there that's on that bull, best believe your time is coming. Because at the end of the day, this is let me say this before I end this real quick. Because I don't want people to get this whole thing misconstrued. This by far is no type of threat against the people at all. This is a simple fact. It's a calling out to the family at the end of the day, if you really think about it. Because we need all hands on deck. We need all minds on deck, fam. Because we need everybody that's around us. But at the end of the day, in order to get to you, in order for you to be used, you got to be reprogrammed. You have to be willing to be reprogrammed. Because if you're forcefully reprogrammed, you ain't going to like that shit. You have to be willing to step in and live the life that you want the family to live in. You have to be willing to be that example. You have to be willing to go through that fire, if you will. We all got to go through it. We all have to be, quote unquote, born again. Now, forget the terminology. I know you already gonna go say something, but at the end of the day, you get the metaphysics behind it. You have to become a new person, and it's also becoming a new person within your mind, fam. Because this is the ultimate creator right here. You dig? You create your own reality. We create our own reality. What are we creating for ourselves as a collective right now? Not a goddamn thing. Gotcha. Questions, comments, concerns, you already know what it is. Comment box, let's talk. This is serious. But in the meantime, between time, keep it live, keep it G, man. Once again, this is RNMRBG TV, fam. Keep it G. Uncle Job Snap, Hutu Apple and Black Power family. Once again, you can't knock me for saying enough. Always remember that black love is the cure for the black nation. So let's get it. Let's have some integrity behind this, man. Alright? Let's have some integrity up here. Let's have some integrity right here. Let's have some integrity right here. I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.